Hey friends, it's Judy Klock coming to you today for a quick little lesson at lunch. And today I want to share with you one of my favorite new stamp sets. It's a whole bundle that's going to be in the July to December mini, which will be available this Friday, July 1st. So this little suite is called Santa's Delivery. It comes with this really fun stamp set. It's got the dies that will match almost everything in here. I think it cuts out everything, even the little smokestacks, plus some railroad track. It's got designer series paper, and I can't remember what the other thing that is that comes in the bundle, but there's 4 things that come in the product suite. So right now, today, I'm just going to work with the stamp set and the dies, but I'm not creating a Christmas card because next week we'll be celebrating the 4th of July. So I wanted to show you how you could use this set to make a more 4th of July themed card. So we're going to go here and we're going to make a version of this, because after I made this one I said, ooh, let's make it an easel card. So we're going to do an easel card. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we want to do is we want to stamp both our engine and our train car. So I'm going to use my Memento black ink because I'm going to use our Stampin blends to color it. I'm just going to ink up my stamp, and I'm trying to be not messy today. We'll see how that goes. Okay, I'm going to stamp my engine, and I just put my stamp pad upside down on my desk. So that really wasn't too brilliant, now was it? Let me just get a wet wipe real quick and wipe up that ink. All right. I just said I was trying not to be messy, and now I'm going to stamp the train car also right there. Okay, and I'm going to kind of put this one up here so I can make sure to get everything to fit on this little piece of scrap paper that I had. Ooh, I don't know if that's going to fit. I might have to get another piece of paper, but we'll work on that. And then I'm going to stamp 2 of these really cute little penguins that will be riding in the car. So he's a fun little guy. So we're going to stamp 1, and then we're going to stamp 2. All right, so now we want to color them. So we're going to take some Stampin' blends, and I'm sticking with our Sweet Sorbet and our Starry Sky. That's going to be our color theme for this card. And then I've got just a couple of other ones here. We've got some Petal Pink for Santa's face, and then some Smoky Slate for the wheels. So I'm just going to start. I'm going to start by giving him a non-traditional suit in blue. So right off the bat, we're going to start off, and we're going to give Santa a different color suit because it's not Christmas, so he doesn't have to wear his traditional red. So we would spend the time, we would color all of these in. Then we would take out our dies, and we would go to our Stamp, Cut, and Emboss, and we would go ahead and cut out all of our pieces. See, this is too close, so I wouldn't be able to cut these 2 out. I would have to cut the Santa out first and then cut out the caboose. But look at this, you've got 2 penguins. You can cut 2 penguins at the same time. So how awesome is that? So once we did that, once we went to our Stampin' Cut and Emboss, we had colored everything in, we had gone to our machine, and we have cut out our engine, our 2 little penguin friends, and our caboose. We've also cut out our railroad track. So those are the pieces that we would need to finish our card. But let's go ahead and see what else we've done. So I've taken a piece of our Sweet Sorbet in 8.5 by 5.5. I scored it at 4 1/4. And then I put on my other 2 layers. I have a piece of Starry Sky that is 5 1/4 by 4, and a piece of basic white that is 5 by 3 3/4. And I layered those up, and then I scored those at 2 1/8. It's not a very good score line, but it will be okay for what we need to do. So now that I have that done, I'm going to come back in here with my bone folder and just try to make that a little bit crisper. Going through 3 layers was not really too great, but it'll work. Then I have a piece of our basic white on the inside. And for my little easel prop, I've used the shape from Hello Beautiful from that bundle. So we did that. We're going to stamp our sentiment. Oh, I forgot to stamp our sentiment on a piece of our basic white. This is just a scrap, and I'm going to stamp. This is from our Eden's Garden set. We're going to stamp Let's Celebrate Everything in our Sweet Sorbet. So we're just keeping everything in our primary colors of red, white, and blue. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's finish up our easel piece. This I am going to hand trim. I'm going to just cut it there, and then I want to round the corners. So I'm just going to very gently with my scissor, just kind of come around here and around these corners. Now it doesn't have to be exactly even because this is not an even shape. So I'm just doing the best I can to just have it not be so glaringly squared off. And I'm just going to do that. Okay, so we're just trying to soften up that shape. So when we go to put it in here, it'll look like was supposed to be there because it's not all squared. So let's go ahead and add some adhesive to our little shape. And now we've got our easel. So I put this, the blue piece was on Stampin' Dimensionals, and when we open our easel card, that will sit like that, okay? Let's put together our train on the front. So I've got our tracks. I'm going to take and I'm going to put on some liquid glue. I'm just going to pull in my silicone sheet. Okay. I'm just going to put down a couple of different dots, kind of like where all those cross ties are for the train tracks. And this will be enough to just sort of hold it on our paper. Not too much because you don't want it to go everywhere. You don't want a big blob of glue on there. So these little dots will work just fine. Okay, I'm going to try to carefully pick it up. And there's no right or wrong way for this. It's no matter which way you turn it, it looks the same. So I'm going to put that, I'm going to line that up kind of even with the bottom edge of my basic white on the front. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to put some Stampin' Dimensionals only on the wheels, because remember, we want that top part of our train to be able to pop up. So I'm just going to put the dimensionals on our wheels, and I'm just going to put our wheels right on the track. Okay. All right. There we go. And I'm going to kind of tuck this piece just kind of behind the train, so it looks like they're connected. Now we've got our little penguin friends here. Now they're too big to sit in there like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off their feet. So this way they won't be too big for our train car then. Get some of this stuff out of the way. Now these I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue for, just because it's easier. They're kind of small, and this gives me a little bit of time if I don't put them exactly where I want them. Okay. Oh, and I did use Wink of Stella on Santa's beard and also on the top portion of this caboose, just to give it a little extra zing. Okay, so we've got our cute little penguins. Now we're going to add, need some like hubcaps for our wheels. So I have our in color dots. It helps if you take them out of the plastic. I'm going to put a big one on the big one. Just push it into place and push it down. Then I've got 3 little ones. You can see I love these dots because I have almost none of them left. These are such pretty colors this year, the in colors. There's so many good ones. What's your favorite in color for this year? Okay, sometimes I can get it to pick up like that. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes it's just going to be ornery. Okay, let's see if we can get this one. There we go. And there we have our Santa Express all ready to go celebrate the 4th of July. So that's it for this edition of Lesson at Lunch. I hope you'll look at this set, this bundle, this product suite actually when it comes out on Friday. I really think you'll like it. I had so much fun playing with it. I can't wait to create some Christmas cards for some special family members. I think they'll really like it. That's it. See you all next week. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.